Sagittarius placements. This is going to be your October 16th through the 30th reading. Keep in mind that this is general, which means not all the messages are going to resonate. And if you'd like something tailored specifically for you, the information for personal readings is in the description box below. I've also restocked my manifestation oils. I've had great reviews for these so far, and I've been like drowning myself in this stuff. I have one for prosperity, money, abundance, for DNA activations, and also, enhancing your spiritual knowledge and powers. I have one for love and attracting genuine and platonic relationships. It doesn't have to just necessarily be love. It could be used towards yourself as well. And I'm putting some of that spiritual DNA oil because it does activate my tarot readings to make them a bit more enhanced. So let's take a look and see what you guys have coming up. Nine of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands. Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles. Four of Swords, the Sun, and the Emperor, as well as the Ace of Wands. Okay, so you have two brand new opportunities coming up. You're going to have a choice. It seems like both of these choices will be beneficial for you. So if it's an option between two different people, they both have something positive and beneficial to offer you. So it truly just depends on what you're looking for as a person. Because we have the King of Pentacles here. This is someone who is stable. They're seated down. They're not on a horse like the Knight is. This person's stable, grounded, mature. They see things through the end. This is someone that's like in the energy of being a provider. They know what they want. They're very grounded, not only in their energy, but as well as in the way that they behave and in their actions. This is someone that has the possibility of not only bringing more love into your life by uplifting you, which in turn helps you love yourself more. But this is someone that you could have the possibility of even having a child with, if that's something that you hope for in the future. But with the Knight of Wands, you have some decisions that you need to make. Others of you are going to be traveling. This is like more traveling back and forth, whether it's in your car, through flights. Holidays are coming up, so this is a lot of movement moving forward. I also feel like with the Knight of Wands, there's more passion that's going to be in your life. It's more like you're going to have that creative spark lit back up again, and it might be by a specific person. They don't even have to be a lover. This King of Pentacles, this person's a king, so they've been through their own fair share of issues, trauma, and they've worked through them beautifully. This is someone who's also established and they're comfortable in life. So this is someone that will have something to bring you. They're not going to want to take from you. They're going to want to give you something equally to help you build yourself. And you also have this Emperor energy. So if you're female, this might be an option between two different males, or vice versa, or if you're same sex, doesn't matter. With the Ace of Wands, this is opportunity of something building passion. But this Emperor, they may be someone who's more sexual. Like they may not be looking for like a very grounded type of relationship. This may be someone who's just come out of a connection. Like this may be someone who's divorced, or they're fresh out of a breakup. So they're not trying to get into anything substantial or anything solid quite yet. This is someone that still wants to explore things. Not necessarily people, but they don't want to be committed. This person wants to feel free. They have certain dreams and goals that they want to accomplish. This Emperor is someone who could even be a mother or father. So if it's a woman, it's an Empress instead of Emperor. And this person, I feel, they're very controlled in their energy. This is someone that may even be in a supervisor or official role at their job. And this will be an individual that will bring happiness and joy to your life as well. So these are like new friends, new acquaintances, new people in your circle after a period of where you had to cut certain people out in the past. The Four of Swords is also peaceful, resting. The next 9 weeks is about you maintaining your own peace of mind and putting yourself first and kind of being selfish a little bit, because you kind of been through a lot. You've been through a lot up until this point. You've been putting other people's needs first above your own, or letting others dictate how you move forward. And those of you that haven't been doing that, it may have been at a subconscious level where other people's behavioral patterns would cause you to act or make decisions through influence in some form or fashion. And with the Knight of Wands, this is also about traveling. So if you're not traveling physically, this is you traveling and moving forward emotionally. So if you were stuck on something, or in the past you were heartbroken, stabbed in the back, taken for granted, and it's like no matter what you did, you just couldn't move on from whatever that trauma was, you're finally going to be moving past it. And this involves you resting more, being at peace more, putting your own needs first, loving yourself, and everything else follows suit. So let me get another deck. That way I can get some additional messages. This is my Essential Messages deck. You can purchase this in the link below as well. What do Sag placements need to know? I smile in your face and talk shit behind your back. X affecting the connection. So if you have any exes that are returning or coming back to you, I just want you to know that this person's a demon. And I don't speak that way about people unless it's here in the cards. Not only are they a master manipulator, but shapeshifter and charmer. This may have been someone who knows how to play a crowd, or they know how to get people to behave in certain ways or to believe their lies and uncertainty. And you may have been caught on the web of whoever this master manipulator or shapeshifter was. And all they did was smile in your face and talk mess behind your back. And if this is not an ex, it could be like a former friend or an associate who's still watching you in some way. Oh, I didn't even see these. This person had some sort of addiction issues, whether it was drugs, sex abuse, sex addiction, excessive use of anything is devil energy. And this may have been something that you struggled with as well, which we all have our vices. Some people overeat when they feel down and out. Other people will go out and gamble. Others will, they'll do things to extreme. So it's just a matter of paying attention to what your vices are and trying to minimalize it and just being honest with yourself. You may have been connected to someone who wanted to control you. This person had their ego and facade in the way, but this is in reverse. So by you leaving this person behind, it actually brought them down to earth because they were on some sort of high horse where they felt like, they were just the best thing in the world, obviously. And they want to tell you that this person, if whoever hurts you and stab you in the back, they do this with everyone. You were just like another tool in their toolbox. However, you were different from the rest because you saw what this person was trying to do to you. You saw through their lies. You saw through their manipulation, their BS. Hence why this person is no longer in your life. And if this was a lover, this was someone who enjoyed having sex with several people and being a player. And they're coming back to you because whoever or whatever they went to, instead of, treating you correctly and doing right by you, they've been done just as wrong. So if you were left for someone, the person that left you just got left. It's like everything just came full circle. As well as once this person returns, whether it's a former friend or lover, just know that they haven't changed and they're just lying to get what they want. This was someone that was constantly plotting on your downfall, even in an indirect way. And you may not have seen that in the forefront, but because it is coming out in reverse, you don't have to deal with those kind of issues anymore. So be aware of anyone trying to return to you and what their intentions are, because they just want access to your light. They just want access to the energy that you brought to the table, not necessarily you as a person. They may not value you. They value the energy that comes with you, which is messed up. But I've been put in that predicament multitude of times. So I'm here to kind of point that out to you. So let's see. What else do you guys need to know? The Ace of Wands is also the energy of like more sex on the table or just more sexual energy. So if you have been celibate or if you've just been having a dry spell, things could change in the future, especially if there is a new person coming into your life. We have 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands, the Star, the Empress. Look, remember how I talked about pregnancy? Well, that just came out. The Empress is not just new beginnings in the form of new cycles, new relationships, new connections. It could be the birth of a new child. And with the Star energy, this is also you going through a healing process after you constantly had a ton of burdens on you. This was like burdens that were consistently being put on you by the people that were around you, family, friends, lovers even. And we have the King to the Queen of Wands. So one of these two individuals in your life is going to be an energetic match. They're going to match you on every level. The King of Wands is someone who is bold. They're a leader. They're attractive. This is someone who knows what they want and they go after it. With the Queen of Wands, this is also the energy of a witch, but not in a negative way. Someone who's just familiar with the occult, familiar with divinity and any type of practices of that manner. You may be showing up as a Queen of Wands or you could be the King of Wands. It really just depends on what your gender is watching. But the person that you're going to attract, they will match you on every level. However, there is going to be temptation in the mix. So this could be you dating one person and then someone else comes into the mix and you're going to have to decide which one are you going to invest into. That's a form of temptation. Like anything that's swaying you off of the path that you're already on could be a form of temptation. Others of you, this is like your addictions getting triggered in some way. surrounding yourself by people that are low vibe, which in turn puts you in a low vibration. So just be aware of the company that you keep. Yeah, because they will influence your life more than you know it, even in the indirect level. So with the Two of Wands in reverse, someone can't move on from you. If you're female watching and you got played by someone in the past, whoever they went to siphoned them of every single thing that they had, whether it was their magical abilities, their money, their life force, their light. Yeah, someone wants to return to you because they're realizing that you are the truth. You're the embodiment of the divine feminine or the divine masculine, because that's also what the Empress is here. So we have Emperor, Empress, and King and Queen of Wands. Some of you even had certain family members tag team against you. This could even be a couple. If it's not a couple, it's like two best friends or two people that are associated with each other. And if that did happen, yeah, these people are paying for it. But we have girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, living in the moment, having fun, happily single. So this is the energy of you pursuing the things that you want. If you had a question between yes and no, the answer is yes for whoever is watching. And with the Hand of Cards, this is a time for you to take a risk. Take a chance. Be strategic. Don't show all your hand. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially if you're single, because, yeah, other people that you're connected to, they're putting themselves first. So you have to consider yourself before other people, because nobody else is going to do that for you, unfortunately. And we have Girl with the Snake. Yeah, you guys could have been in some sort of empath or narcissist paradigm in the past, being charmed by someone. We were talking about this in the very beginning, dealing with the charmer, or being used or enabled in some way. So what people don't realize is when you do stick around a person who's abusive, in a way, it's almost like you're condoning that behavior and enabling it. And it's only by putting boundaries and removing yourself. That's when you're putting your foot down and making a statement. But in the past, you were connected to situations that may have made you question your own self-worth, made you feel like you were not enough. This was a very frustrating relationship. No matter what you did to try to make things better, nothing worked. This was also a form of like self-sabotage. So you being connected to someone that you know is not good for you, or they don't bring you happiness or joy, is self-sabotaging. And it could be just emanating a form of lack of confidence within yourself. So yeah, this is like fear issues coming up. But in the future, this is what you're going to be attracting: a twin flame, someone who is a yin and yang energy, someone who's going to bring union, duality. This could even be in the form of a best friend. It doesn't have to be a lover. This could just be you attracting someone on your level that's going to help you ascend, someone that you're going to be in the same vibration as. And watch out for people that are going to be looking, stalking, gaslighting you in some way, because I just get heavy gaslight energy around here. There's someone that you have a breakup with. You saw this person as your future, or saw yourself having a life with them. Things didn't work out that way. They broke promises. This is not an eternal love. It's not a soul connection either. So this was something karmic. There was someone that you were connected to who had a karmic role in your life that came with an expiration date, and their time is finished. So if they're coming back to you, it's simply for the reason of being used, and so that they can put you back into that runner-chaser dynamic of where you feel codependent. You start to have like fear of abandonment issues and anxiety being triggered within you when you know you're secure. Anytime you have someone around you and they make you question yourself by their behavior, they're projecting their own actions and feelings and thoughts onto you. It's not even you. You're the empath. You pick up on other people's energy, and sometimes you take them on and absorb them, especially if you haven't been trained on how to notate which energy is mine and who's the person that I'm connected to. It can get confusing. So cleanse your energy as often as you can, because you are someone who's very fire dominant in your chart. Using things like bay leaves and writing on them, burning that afterwards, can help you manifest things faster, as well as candle magic. Because if you looked at the Queen of Wands, let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, the Queen of Wands on here, there's a ton of fire. There's fire in her hand. There's candles with fire here. So yeah, I have heavy fire placements in my chart. And anytime I use fire, it works almost instantly. So that's what they're recommending me to tell you. Last but not least, let's get you like 4 oracle cards for Sag placements. Feeling safe. It's the time for you to feel safe. This is a moment in time where you put yourself first and you do whatever it is that you need to do to make you feel content. We have inner power. So focus on your own inner power. Don't really feed into external factors to try to make you happy, because people are fleeting. Emotions are fleeting. Just because someone's into you today, 3 weeks from now, they can wake up and be like, oh, you know, I'm not into you anymore. So you have to be secure within yourself that regardless of what shifts in your environment, you know you're planted within yourself. We also have environmental awareness. If you know you litter, you need to stop. I don't know who that's for, but that's just what I'm being told. We also have environmental awareness because you guys may be the type of people who care about, you know, nature, the planet, needing to go outside more, needing to plant your bare feet in the grass or in the ground or somewhere that, you know, involves nature. And also detoxify. We were talking about cleansing. Salt baths and water in general is a form or a way for you to detoxify yourself. But this is also ridding yourself of any negative energies that may be lingering from other people, because you are someone who is supersonic in some way. Like you can walk into a room and pick up on how the whole vibe is, and that's a part of your abilities. But it's important to also cleanse whatever you may be taking on that's not yours. So like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. And I also have a link for a giveaway to one of my oils. So if you'd like to put your info in that, the link for that is below. Bye.